Hello everyone, so in this video, I'll be introducing the watches that we listed on the Shiok Shop. So although the Shiok Shop carries a variety of menswear essentials, I think I did a video about it, so watch that if you haven't done so yet. I started Wah So Shiok reviewing, watches, and I thought, specifically Singaporean, micro brand watches, and I thought it'd be a good idea to dedicate an entire video to the Singaporean watch brands that made it to the Shiok Shop. So let's get into it. So let's start with Advisor, which is here on the left. Alright, so Advisor isn't really a big brand, but it makes, in my opinion, one of the best super compressors that you can find under, 500 Singapore dollars. So if you're searching for an affordable everyday beater watch, I think the Ascent Classic will definitely fit the bill very well. It's a classic design language, and the watch wouldn't feel out of place in most scenarios you find yourself in. I love the combination of the blue dial and of course this rose gold plated case. Is a perfect blend of sports and dress, and in an eminently striking package. And I paired it on this blue rubber strap from Stratosphere, and I think it really fits very well. Yeah, no, I do really like it. It's a very striking yet sporty, robust watch that does not look like an average dive watch. Alright, next we move on to Aries Gold. So Aries Gold is probably the biggest brand that's listed on the Shiok Shop. It is a true blue Singaporean watch brand that arguably paved the way for some of the others mentioned here by offering well-built watches at affordable prices to the mass market. So, I appreciate Aries Gold as a brand for offering a wide variety of designs, backed offered by decent specifications, at bang for buck prices. In fact, I think I did an entire video on why I love Aries Gold as a brand, which I think I will link, up in the right-hand corner. So out of all the Aries Gold watches I've reviewed over the years, and I reviewed quite a lot, one of my favorites would be the El Toro, which, and then bring this closer to the camera. So the El Toro, scrutinizes the dial in like a glashute pneumatic-esque manner, which I really enjoy. So you can see scrutinized dial, you can see sort of like the Geneva stripings there. Really a very striking watch. It possesses good specs as well, sapphire crystal, automatic meal-type movement. And like I said, it has a very nicely executed dial that honestly, look at it. It looks beautiful on the wrist. And it's an homage to traditional watchmaking that doesn't break the bank. So the El Toro costs only $364 on the Shiok Shop. So next is Gane, which is the most recent local watch brand I've reviewed. It reminds me of why I fell in love with, local watch market brands in the first place all those years ago. So Gane, represents, in my opinion, the manifestations of its founder's artistic vision, thus encapsulating the ethos, I believe, of what a micro brand watch should be. So over here, the Type-C, again, I bring this closer to the camera. I just did a review on it, so you can check out the video, which I think, again, I'll link it up above. The Type-C has decent specification for the price and a well-conceived aesthetic that really displays a maturity that is rarely seen in debut collections. You can see the finishing, the satin brass finishing of the case, the finishing of the sector dial, the finishing of the inner, portion of the dial is really very well finished watch. It really highlights brushed as a finishing technique. It's well put together and it's fairly affordable. I would say on the wrist is one of the most impressive micro brand watches that I've reviewed in recent years. Alright, we move on to Humism, which is perhaps the most unique micro brand to be listed on the Shiok Shop. It's not an overstatement to describe Humism watches as literal art on the wrist. So Humism is easily one of my favorite micro brands for a very simple reason, because its offerings, like the Daesin here, is so unique. Its originality is a breath of fresh air, and its watches for the most part function, like I said, as art on the wrist. These are definitely conversation starters. In fact, Humism watches are so popular that most of its current watches are sold out or on pre-order, like this Daesin or the Kato. So if you want a Humism ASAP, I think there's only the Rhizome left on the web store. It's currently the only one in stock. There's really, let me put this on the wrist and show you guys. So there's really nothing that, wears quite like Humism watches, which I think, is really high praise in itself. Yeah, definitely one of my favorite micro brands. I'm very proud to list it on the Shiok Shop. Alright, if Humism is the most unique micro brand, I'll say Kenho & Co is perhaps the best value proposition in terms of branding. The Revival series really offer a lot for very little. So the integrated sports watch style, you can see here, this is an integrated sports watch. It's a style that's of course with Nautilus, with Royal Oak. It's a style that's very in vogue stylistically currently. And with Kenho & Co, unlike a Nautilus, unlike a Royal Oak, of course, you don't have to fork out an arm and leg or endure an eternal waiting list to scratch the itch. Now, let me be clear, I'm not suggesting that this is, of course, in the same league as a Reverie or Nautilus, nowhere close. What I'm saying is, you don't really have to, be or spend a lot of money, in fact, to scratch the itch. For less than $250, the Reviver here features a sapphire crystal and an automatic movement, which can be seen, let me show you guys, through an exhibition case back. Look at that, how pretty is that? It is really eminently captivating, especially in this the Nobility steel colorway, with the sort of the blue dial, which I think I like more than the Phantom, the gunmetal that I reviewed earlier. So yeah, I really do like. You can see the bracelet is pretty well finished as well. You can see it gleaming under the lighting. So yeah, it's probably the most affordable of its kind in integrated sports watch, automatic watch in the market, which makes it, in my opinion, a great entry point for those that just want to get into the world of horology. Again, it's available on the Shiok Shop for just 244 Singapore dollars. Alright, last but not least, we have Reverie, which offers watches that features guilloche, as their trademark. Now, with beautiful, let me bring this closer, cameras can really see the guilloche on the center portion of the dial. With beautiful guilloche dials that, like I said, is signature, Reverie offers watches that are a bit more sophisticated than the norm. Take this for example, affordable dive watches are a dime a dozen, but the striking guilloche dial, of course, rendered here in burgundy, and the 12-hour bezel of the Reverie diver, and it's a good bezel as well. I can see it. Let me bring this closer to the mic. You can see it rotate. Oh, it's just a joy to rotate. Very crisp sounding as well. There you go. The travel bezel, the burgundy guilloche dial makes for a very striking look that sets it apart from its peers. The specs on these are great too. For the price, you have sapphire crystal, of course, 200 meters of water resistance rating, a solid bracelet. This is a really well built bracelet, and an additional rubber strap, by the way. A Milta 9039 movements, you can see the smooth sweep of the second hand, and dual supernova. So these are all features and specifications that can be found on the Reverie diver. So yeah, and if you're not into dive watches, there's also the Reverie GT, which is the brand's lovely take on a dressy watch chronograph. So I really do like, this is probably one of my favorite local dive watches, local Singaporean dive watches, simply because of the dual shade dial and the burgundy red colorway. Just a very striking watch. I wore this a lot during Chinese New Year. So yeah, I'm proud to introduce the inaugural watch brands of the Shiok Shop. So all the watches listed on the web store have been reviewed on the Wah So Shiok, and are all watches that I've enjoyed wearing and can wholeheartedly recommend. So I'm also very excited to tease an upcoming collaboration, an exclusive one with one of the aforementioned brands. So I shall leave you guessing as to which brand it is, but more information will be released shortly. Yep, alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video and you like the watches, do go over to the Shiok Shop, which is at shop.wahsoshok.com. Check these watches out, they're all available there for great prices, and you still get all the warranty and things like that direct from the manufacturers as well. As always, I'll see you guys in my next videos. Ciao!